Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing on the November 2nd readings, Encourage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Begin with a little time for myself. Just take a moment to look it over. The question of the day is, in what ways does fear hold me back today? What can I do to counteract it? The passage is about a person starting Al-Anon and seeing the people in the group, even though they had experienced very challenging times, that they were happy and they were hugging, and this person didn't understand it. And they finally realized that it was fear that was keeping them from completely opening to the process of recovery in Al-Anon. So the person started to let themselves grow, and then their experience began to change. Today's reminder talks about the difference between having to protect ourselves and taking risks to be more open to positive changes. And the quote is from Opening Our Hearts, Transforming Our Losses. Talks about not getting stuck in familiar patterns, but to be more free to experience life more fully. So back to the question of the day, in what ways does fear hold me back today? This is a good one. What can I do to counteract it? So this is actually my experience today, because I'm actually filming this on a very quiet day, and I'm filming it on a Sunday, and it's pretty chilly outside. I've been inside all day. I opened the door once, felt the air outside, and closed the door and decided I was staying in, because I was thinking, because it's sunny. I was thinking, maybe I can go out and take a little walk. And I was like, I don't think so. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I did cook a delicious meal, and I did have a nice phone call with my dad. But other than that, I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, and I must have either left my mouse on something, like a video, and gotten up and walked away, because some videos started coming up that I would normally not watch because they would make me anxious. And So I've been seeing a lot of that today, and it's I'm having to go to the three little dots on the side and say not interested, not interested, not interested. And it's just amazing how quickly it can affect um, my level of fear. I was just talking a couple of days ago to a very good friend of mine, and she was expressing her fear. And I was telling her that when I realize that I'm in fear, I try to counteract it with thoughts of love, because for me, it's either fear or love. And all my emotions either fall under fear or love. And so I'm recognizing that some of my thoughts today, many more than normal, have been fear, just because of what I've seen on what I've exposed myself to, I guess. So what can I do to counteract it? Well, I'm doing this video. I'm reading my conference-approved literature. I am telling the algorithm that I'm not interested, so that it will hopefully get me back into more lighthearted things. And the last thing that I started to watch before I made this video is Are You Being Served? It was an old BBC um, television show, just hilarious. And so that's how I can counteract it. If well, I guess, I could like bundle up. I could put on a hat and gloves and my winter coat and I could go for a walk. I could do that. That's another way I could counteract it. Um, what about you? In what ways does fear hold you back today? What can you do to counteract it? Yeah, I've got to be really, really careful about what I can't get complacent. I can't just think, oh, I'm going to watch some videos and then, you know, there's so much available to us. There's so much on YouTube alone, but think of all the other media platforms that we can get information from. It's just amazing. I just have to be really selective for myself. So, great timely reminder. And we'll move on to Courage to Change. November 2nd. I'll just take a minute to look it over. This one's got a tab too. All right, the last few days I've had tabs. Okay, I'm going to read. This reading is about step 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And this person talks about their specific journey with their journey about strengthening their relationship with their higher power. And at first, they just kind of went through the motions. They really didn't feel comfortable with the idea of a higher power. And slowly, that began to feel more like an understanding that they weren't alone in the universe, that there was an energy or a force that was helping to make their life more joyous and productive. And then they realized that all they have to do is ask for help and keep an open mind. Excuse me, I just got the weirdest sensation in my nose, like chlorine just went up it. Oh, that was so strange. Whew. I'm okay. I'm better now. Today's reminder talks about the gradual process of, I guess, our spirituality, really, and how, well, I guess I'll say it now. Um, that what's really important is that we believe in something great. In my opinion, what's really important is that we believe in something greater than ourselves. It doesn't matter if anyone else agrees. It's a very individual, private thing. So it doesn't matter what your cultural or religious backgrounds are. It doesn't, like, my understanding through working the program and by reading other spiritual books and listening to spiritual teachers and guides is that everyone has a higher power, and that it's just a matter of connecting with that higher power. And the result of that is comfort and connection and not feeling alone or frightened. It is said, that's so funny. It's my bookmark. Fear is a lack of faith. And so I think I just said earlier in this video that for me, it's either fear or love. And I need to remember that fear is a lack of faith. So if I am feeling fear, I need to just remember that I have a higher power. All I need to do is ask for help. That help may not come in a way that I was expecting, but I can feel secure that I'll always get what I need. So I know that seems a lot just just believing, but there are so many things in our lives that we just believe. Why not believe this? Because it's so helpful. Love, courage to change. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.